Ready, GC?
Ready, Blaster. Who are we up against this time, Blast Man?
The Flying Ferrets. Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah? You and what herd?
Well, two ferrets don't make a right. Or something.
Let's do it!
What a blast! Hang on! All right,
What the?
hold up! I can't believe...
We're gonna crash!
Foiled by the corkscrew again.
And if we lost, guess who won?
We want a rematch right now. Hey,
A rematch will have to wait, kids. You two have done nothing but play this game for days.
but Dad, we almost got to level 23 and...
No buts, Blaster, and no more sitting on yours. You're missing a beautiful morning.
No! Sunlight!
Very funny, you two. You know, if aliens ever land at our house, they're gonna think you need those goggles attached to the holovision just to survive.
Look, Dad, these games are good for honing your mental sharpness and decision-making skills.
It says so right on the cover, Mr. Blaster.
That's true, kids, but sometimes you need more than just a sharp mind in life to succeed. You need a healthy body, too.
Quite right, Mr. Blaster. Take the case of today's modern athlete, for example. A great deal of the athlete's time is spent physically training for their sport. However, sometimes athletes may find that the weather for a particular sport doesn't always cooperate. Such as trying to work on your downhill skiing technique in the summer in Vermont. One solution that was developed in the late 20th century was the use of virtual reality technology. This way, athletes can use motion simulators to mimic the conditions they would find in real-life competitive situations. This training is just part of the hours that are spent in classrooms, where the athletes learn to use their brains to develop strategies to improve their performances.
That is one impressive waffle iron. You kids really should enter Mel in the science fair at school. I think you two need a new plan to get through that corkscrew section. Some fresh air and exercise may help clear your heads and help you come up with a new strategy, like drafting, for example.
Drafting? What's that, Dad? Could that help us win?
We'll talk about it later, Blaster. Like I said, you need brains and brawn. Now get going, you two. Outside.
Science fair? I could run the science department.
My dad's right. Maybe we do need to exercise more. Whatever it takes. We gotta beat those computer-generated furballs.
Okay by me, Blaster. Race you to the obstacle course at the park.
I mean, really, I could instruct at a university level. Hey, wait for me!
Man, that takes a lot out of you. Hey, GC?
You said it, Blaster.
I can't wait to see you tackle the obstacle course. Let's lose the blaster pack, the ankle bracelets, and the jump ring and watch. We wouldn't want any artificially enhanced performances, now would we?
Okay, Mel. Now you take off your thrusters. You could use a little unturbocharged run yourself.
Me and my big titanium mouth. All your marks. Ready, set, go! You're not tired, are you? Come on, GC! You can do it! You can... slide back to the bottom. I think the object is to swing to the next rung, and then the next.
Are there any points for one rung?
No.
How about style points for a nice landing?
Sorry.
Rats.
Well, congratulations. You two set a new record for the obstacle course.
We did?
Yep. You only lasted 8 minutes and you didn't complete one section of the course. You've never done that badly before.
Well, my dad was right. We are out of shape. We're gonna have to work on that, huh, GC?
Yep. Tomorrow. But, Mel, do you think you could give us a lift home? I don't think I can make it. Impressive, Mel. I didn't think you were strong enough to lift us without your thrusters.
I'm not. That is...
What the?
It's some sort of flying galley?
A galley?
Yes, it appears to be a replica of an ancient sailing ship used by the Greeks and Romans. They were seagoing warships that were propelled by oars.
What the?
Ouch! Welcome! I am Nausium, and this is my ship, the Rippling Deltoid, the fastest galley in the universe.
And apparently the galley comes complete with an alien replica of a gladiator.
A gladiator?
Gladiators were professional fighters in ancient Rome. Most were slaves or prisoners and fought for the entertainment of Romans on special holidays. They may have been some of the best conditioned athletes of all time. Any gladiator who was not at his physical peak was not likely to live to fight another day.
Excellent, Robodogus. Now you know what an honor it is to serve aboard a ship with a gladiator. Come, let us begin our journey. Is she not a fine vessel? In all of my home planet of Spartak, there is no galley that can challenge her. I guess she is overdue for a little service, but I've been very busy working out. And if you want a bod like this, you have to stay focused on one thing. Muscles! This is the pantometer. It searches the universe for the sounds of athletes in training. It picked you athletes up loud and clear.
Oh, so your panometer thinks we're tip-top athletes, huh?
Well, thanks for the compliment, Jim, but we really have to be getting home to collapse from exhaustion, so... Hey! I can't fly! I left my ankle rings at the park!
Ditto for my blaster pack and jump ring.
And I'm thrusterless. I guess we're stuck with Musclehead here.
I will require your services for 1 day only, and you will be released. It will be like a nice row in the park.
Look, we better play along. We need to buy time to plan an escape. Think of it as a free session with a personal trainer.
Great!
Excellent! The Robodogus will be in charge of tuning up the ship while we continue on our quest.
What, quest is that?
That is of no concern to you, young one. Your only worry is to perform at your physical peak like true gladiators. Now let us test your fitness. I can't believe that you young ones are in such poor shape. The only reason the pantometer picked you up was that you were breathing so hard because of your poor physical condition. I must supervise your training myself. It will be a crash course, but lucky for you, I am the best conditioned athlete in the galaxy!
Funny, I don't feel lucky.
Let's all get to work. You too, Robodogus.
Oh, no!
I want this ship, ship shape.
Something tells me Jimbo here isn't the sharpest gladiator in the Colosseum.
Beautiful, is it not? I designed it myself. Every muscle in the body can be trained to perfection here. What else could one want?
Oh, I don't know. One's freedom, say?
What use is freedom if one has a puny body? Now let's get pumped! Here, catch!
I guess fixing broken gym equipment is better than road jumping.
Not so bad, but allow a professional to show you the ropes. The ropes. Get it?
Oh, great. As if we didn't get enough one-liners from Mel.
maybe that's too fast.
Do you think?
If he'd just let up on the workout for a minute, maybe we could figure a way out of this mess. Jim, I know we've been working out for a while now, and actually I feel pretty good, but...
There's no way we can lift that much weight.
No, young ones. I only wish to show you what is possible if you continue your physical training. Robodogus, could you calculate the weight for me?
Let's see. The weights, plus the bench, plus you add up to... You taking a trip to the basement.
Excellent. Now let me show you how fast these bikes can go.
Jim, do you think you could go a little easier with the workout? I can't keep up with the repairs.
Nonsense, Robodogus. One must work out hard. There's no time to... think. Congratulations! You are now honorary gladiators. You will serve to balance my crew perfectly for the mission ahead.
Well, I do feel pumped up, GC. Jim might not be a genius, but he's a great personal trainer.
I feel better too, Blaster. But don't you get bored just working out all the time, Jim?
How can one be bored when you're preparing yourselves for the greatest physical challenge of a lifetime?
What challenge would that be, Jim, old boy?
The galley race for Emperor of Spartak, the home planet of all the universe's gladiators.
Gee, Jim, couldn't you just have a nice election or pick names out of a helmet?
Nonsense! We will settle this as gladiators. Besides, it's too late. We are here! Behold, Spartak!
Man, look at the size of those guys!
Mel, how did you say most of those gladiator contests ended?
Let's just say there's only one place here, and that's first place.
We shall race against the best ships in the galaxy, with the captain of the winning vessel
Ew.
becoming the new Emperor of Spartak. Ugh, that is Foulus Odorous. We must never get behind him.
Man, that guy could use a good old-fashioned Roman bath.
Behold, Biggest Pucus, our largest opponent. Once again, if we get behind him, it is hard to pass. His rear end has flattened the hopes of many a galley. We must get into the lead and stay there. That is why we have trained so hard to increase our strength. Muscle shall win the day today, my friends.
So why have you chosen such puny rowers for your crew?
Well, if it isn't my arch rival, Cheetah's Muchus.
Yes, we meet again, and for the last time. For tomorrow, Spartak shall have a new leader, and it will be me.
You have not won the race yet, Cheetahs.
Surely you don't expect to defeat me with a couple of children and a portable dishwasher?
I don't do dishes, biggest doofus.
You will as of tomorrow, Robodogus. When I am Emperor, you shall all be my slaves. You stand no chance against my galley and my team of Strokians.
You mean from the planet H2O?
That's right! A planet made completely of water.
Stroke!
They are the best. That's all they ever say. They're very focused. See you on the podium, Jim. Not.
Slaves? Gee, Jim, I thought you said that you were gonna release us after the race.
Yes. I guess I hadn't considered the possibility of losing. I've been awfully busy working out, you see, and...
There's all sorts of things that you haven't thought of, Jim, and it might just cost us our freedom.
Blaster's right, Jim. There's more to life than who's the strongest. You have to exercise your mind, too.
Yes, now why don't we sit down and plan a strategy for the race?
Unfortunately, there's no time for that now, Robodogus. That is the signal for the race to begin.
Well, at least Cheetahs didn't say we'd be put to death. We'll just be slaves.
Oh, gee, Mel, that really makes my day.
The course we must navigate is a giant wind tunnel that simulates the dangers that the galleys of old had to face. Plus, we must be on guard for Cheetah's Much's treachery.
Jeez, there's no way we're physically strong enough to beat Cheetahs and the Strokians.
No, but we're mentally strong. We just need to stay sharp, work hard, and think of a plan. Quick!
Time to thin out the competition, my friends.
Stroke! Stroke! Stroke!
Yes, thanks for the input.
That's it. This ship is going on a diet.
Well, that's just a little too close. Boys, keep us on course. Man, that can get annoying after a while. Taste cotton pile, gymnasium!
What the heck is that thing?
Hey, I think they're raising the white flag. They're giving up.
That's no flag. That's the Roman bath towel of doom!
Whoa!
Oh, I forgot about foulest odorous. We must catch him.
No, let him go. He's gonna do a little blocking for us. Come on, let's win this thing.
Put your backs into it, kids!
We must beat them into the corkscrew or we are doomed.
A corkscrew?
That's it! Race car drivers in the 20th century learned that it was often advantageous to be in second place when coming out of the final turn of a race. They would use the lead car as a windbreak and then slingshot past them at the last possible moment. We have to go into the corkscrew second.
You mean instead of out-muscling them?
We outthink them!
But we're still gonna need all our strength to keep up with them and pass them at just the right time.
Keep it up, team!
We've made it into the corkscrew first. Nothing can stop us now. All hail Emperor Cheetahs!
Stroke! Stroke! Stroke!
Oh, never mind.
Now!
Curses! Foiled again!
We won! What a blast!
You were right, my friends. A balance between physical strength and mental quickness has won the day. As Emperor of Spartak, it is this message that I shall teach my people. Can you ever forgive me?
Okay.
Oh no! Not foulest odorous!
Stroke! Stroke! Stroke!
Oh, shut up!
More weights, Jim? You promised that you weren't going to spend all your time working out.
And I'm not, Robodogus. These weights are needed for more anchors for the customer ships.
Customers?
Yes, Blaster. With hard work and planning, we transformed Spartak into Gladiatorland! The galaxy's first interactive theme park. It's a huge success! Even Cheetahs has changed his ways. He now thinks up ways to alter the galley course to make it more challenging for the patrons. And the Strokians help too.
Did you change the headwinds to tailwinds in turn 3? They'll never expect that.
Stroke!
Now there's a brain and brawn team that's tough to beat.